and I wanna see a show. I flip on the book of face.
The face.
Yeah, I know where to go. There's a man over there into the music scene, showing lots of love for the community. With great advice, I know who I should go see.
Who's that?
Go.
That's where I go for the latest band info. So downtown radio show for the music that comforts my soul. It's the
All around town radio.
Show. Welcome to the show, everybody. How you doing, Ceris?
I'm good. How are you?
That's how I abruptly dropped that theme song right out.
Right out.
There, get a little guitar. Here we go. Tuesday, Hot Topics coming for you.
That wasn't
Here we
awkward.
are. It was awkward, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
How are you today?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm hot. And not in the sense of being cool or any of that. I'm just hot. It's warm.
It's hot too. My office doesn't have air conditioning.
My studio doesn't have air right now. I've got the window open and I've got a dog coming to see me. Hi, dog. Come on in.
Woof, woof.
All right. They just open the door when they want. You know,
Hey, everybody, look how many people are visiting us right now.
we got a lot. Is there a lot of people visiting? I can't even see.
Mike Carr. Hi, Mike, the champ.
Let's
Fred,
see.
Kevin. Hi, guys.
I'll roll through
Rob,
these.
Jamie, I miss Jamie. Toy, I just messaged you. Colleen, Gina, TJ. Hi, Mary. Kara, I hope you're feeling better. Bob Klein.
Wow. I'm catching up. Toy. There's Toy. Colleen in the house. Yes, I'm getting there to whoever you said. Gina, TJ. Mary. Hi, Mary.
I love Mary. I was just thinking about her
I do
today,
too.
actually.
Yeah, I think about her every time I step on the scale.
That's why you're not supposed to step on a scale.
I know, because, man, I love those bunt gigs and those buntinis and all that fun
My
stuff.
favorite is the red velvet.
Like crack, man. It's like crack.
I could
What's
go
up,
for
Bob
red
Klein?
velvet.
Hey. Mr. Mike Carr's between classes at UC listening in. Thank you, Mike Carr. It's good to have you with us. What else is going on today, Ceris? Anything?
Just lots of work and stuff. I actually had the morning off, so I went to the nature center with a couple of my babies, my pups. We walked like 5 miles.
Hi, Brian.
Morning.
Yeah, and you've got a big show tonight.
I do, and I've just was listening to them sound check. Oh, they're good, and he is lovely to look at. I'm just gonna say that.
Casey James, we had him on the show last week.
Yeah,
on Wednesday, and he was a pleasure to talk to. And that's all. Yeah, if you look up anything online, all the ladies think he's just best thing since sliced bread, man.
well, I'll eat bread
Any day,
with him if he'd like to get a sandwich with me sometime.
would he? Okay, or a loaf of bread.
A loaf of bread.
Yes. And Colleen says red velvet's the bomb. Thank you, Colleen.
Yes.
Hi, Ryan Schwab. Hi, Devin Douglas. Thanks for being here today. Devin runs Springfest in the Berg, where I'll be in May, emceeing that event for them Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Toys playing.
Nice.
Rockstar
Yeah,
will be there
that's
on
right.
Sunday. Yeah, we've got some great bands. Party Punch on Friday. Eric Girardi on Saturday, who's a phenomenal player, and a whole bunch of others. So really good stuff.
Nice.
Hi, Eric. Hi, that's a shameless plug for our event there. Steve Stein, and I hope your event goes well tonight. I wish I could be there. You know that. I would have loved to have seen him play since I got to interview him. But, got duty calls my weekly Tuesday. It is.
I get it.
And Devin says, everyone is a banger. That's our theme for the Springfest. Every musician this year had to be a banger. And they are. It's going to be a good one. Hi, Ashley. Good to see you. All right, let's get started, Ceris. You want to?
we ought to get started on the show today.
I think so. And you've been having some great success too with your Sunday voice competition at the Bell.
About that for a second.
Go ahead. Tell everybody about it that wasn't there.
I am blown away by the amount of talent in this city, like that or whatever, who's decided to try out and play. Like it's brought in a lot of people because the voices are just crazy good. Like, this is no joke. Like, these voices are crazy good. Crazy good.
And you've narrowed it down to the top 4 now, right?
The top 4. We've got 2 more. Yeah, so we've got 2 more weeks, this Sunday and the following, and then the next Sunday. And, you know, we're going by points. So the only time we discuss it is when we're adding up the points and we go, you know, and then we have to, like, this past week we had a tiebreaker if this points match up, and we lost our good friend Chelsea. Man, she was good. She sounded great, you know, but you just never know.
God, it punches you in the gut when you lose people like that too, because you know they're all phenomenal singers. Everybody in the competition, you know.
There was no easy choice, especially when it's somebody like Chelsea, because she's just a fucking powerhouse, like, you know. But you know,
I am not Kareem.
Song, I don't know.
No, I am not one of the judges, but they have a great panel of judges, including Gina McCann, Johnny Fink, Casey Gomez, and Ceris.
Yeah.
So yeah, good stuff. It's a wonderful event you got going on there, and I hope. Are you going to do judges' points on the final night, the last 2?
I think so.
It doesn't become then an audience vote or anything like that. It just becomes
because then I don't find that that's fair, because you could just bring in all your friends. And
I'm glad you said that, because I've done those and that has not worked. I love it when the judges are consistent across the board and make their decision.
I don't want it a popularity contest. I want it to be legit, you know?
Oh God, I forgot Chris Reese too. That's a demerit. Yeah, Chris Reese is in there as well as a judge. So you got a great panel. It's good stuff.
Panel. And we've all been really into it, and like everybody's been giving some great pointer, not even pointer, but like, pointers, whatever. It's a really fun night, and what a joy to spend a Sunday evening listening to this talent. It's insane. It's really insane.
Thanks, Mike Carr. I'm glad you agree with that, because they are, and you know, and so many people run those talent competitions as you've got everybody that comes in the door gets a ticket to vote, and so you stack the house with your people, and they vote for you, and all that, and what it becomes then is a ploy to get everybody in the bar, basically.
Yeah, and I'm not.
You know, that's not why she's doing this. So. It
really isn't. I know that, you know, a couple of people have said, "Oh, well, that's smart. You're going to get people," and sure, I'm going to get people in the bar. But if this really isn't what it's about. It's really not. I mean, of course, that is a great bonus, and I do everything. You know, the bottom line, you know, business is business. But this has been a good opportunity for everybody involved. Like it's a special night.
Who's the Simon Cowell of the judge panel, as Kareem wants to know?
Well, apparently everybody just assumed I was going to be the Simon Cowell, and I guess in a way I am, but I don't know. I feel like
I'd bank more on Johnny Fink. Yeah, I was going to say Johnny Fink's probably the Simon Cowell.
Johnny's been harsher than me, I think.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kevin.
Oh, well, enough about that. But it is Sunday night. If you want to join them this Sunday night, you can at the Bell and the Bear. Lots of things going on. And let's chat about our topic today. Our topic today is, I used big words, basically. Reciprocal advertising and reciprocal promotion. But it really means scratching each other's back. And we're going to talk about that for a bit today and some other items that go along with that. So if you have comments, we'd love to hear from you. And Gina says there is no Simon. Thank you, Gina. Well, we know it's not you, Miss Sweetheart.
Gina's like, I think you're wonderful.
Yes.
That's it.
Don't take offense to it, but she's probably the Paula Abdul of the panel from years back.
She's the sweetest thing
because
ever.
Everybody's sweet.
She's so sweet. Ugh, I'm obsessed.
What's up, Scotty Long? All right. So, Ceris, about people supporting each other.
Yeah.
Let's get into this topic a little bit. Let's spread some joy and judgment today.
Yeah, I got a lot of judgment today. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been noticing it.
Is this the ugly shirt I could have worn today? Oh my
I
god!
actually don't mind it. I like that color on you.
Thank you. It's
Yeah.
better with a tan. I'm a bit pale right now. I did warn my trivia
Yeah.
players that I was coming in shorts tonight, so beware. Wear your sunglasses. These legs haven't seen sun since I was in the Bahamas.
Right.
So go ahead. Tell everybody what your thoughts are on this, and then I'll get into mine about back scratching.
So I have a couple of thoughts. You know, that sometimes I notice. Well, no, you go first. You go first. Let me feed off you because
you've got a whole lot. I can just tell right now you've got this big, long, drawn out thing. So you want to get me out of the way so you can.
No, I don't want to get you out of the way. I want you to say how you feel. Yeah.
I want to talk about, and let's start off, and we hit on this a little bit last week, but let's start off about my platform, for instance.
Okay. Yeah, I got stuff to say, but sorry, I just brought my titties out.
How am I even supposed to follow that? You know, hold on, everybody. Let's take a close-up view. There we are. Oh, you look so much better than I do. We'll just leave you on the screen all day long. How's that? But let's talk about my platform, for instance. I take a lot of time to do a lot of things, and especially like our Wednesday with the band segment. I can't begin to tell you how many times I've had a band cancel on me the day before, and we set it all up. I send links. You know what it is. It takes a link going to your page. You have to get set up for that. And if you're new to it, I always tell them, hey, you got to test this ahead of time, make sure your computers work and all that. So needless to say, even if they do make the show and I ask one thing of them for being on the show and interviewing them and putting them out there on the interwebs is that they share it on their page. You would not believe how many don't do that.
Well, I've noticed actually.
Yeah. And it's almost like, I don't even want to get into that. That'll just piss people off. But it is a very defining moment for me when I take the time to do those kind of things. And then the artist doesn't even have the energy or compassion to share it on their page because we feature them. We talk about them. We're not talking about Scott. We're talking about whoever the artist is and how they were brought up, what kind of music they like, what they play on stage, how often they play, where they play, how to find them on social media, all those things, which is a free 30-minute commercial, people, to put on your band page. Am I on a roll? I am.
Yeah, no, I'm loving it.
But that's just for starters. And then when you do ask a favor from someone, I mean, people reach out to me all the time, Ceris, and they do. And when they need something, man, they're on it. I want to be on the show. I've got a new project. I've got this. I want to get it out there. And then it's like, where's my sound effect for that? You know what I'm going to do. But then after you've taken care of them, you hear nothing but this from them.
Yeah, I was gonna say something about that, and I've noticed it from. And this is regarding you. I've forgotten to share things, and you've called me out on it, and it's not like I do it on purpose by any means, but then I do it, But I've noticed from some of the musicians that I'm very close with, they don't share your things, but they sure as F reach out to you when they want something from you, but then they don't even have the common courtesy, to even to share your show or to promote you or to, and you do this all for free. I've noticed it, and I've been,
I'm not sure how to take Kareem's comment here. I'm not sure what that means.
If someone would want to give me a buzz, I would hope it's being done of their own free will because they want to, not because they expect something to. Kareem, I agree with that. But here's the thing. If you're giving somebody a buzz constantly, if you're the one that's constantly giving the buzz, you eventually start to notice that you're not getting it back. And that's when you take notice on who actually is deserving of it and who isn't. Because it's not fair for somebody to keep taking and not giving at all. That's just bad. That's just being shitty. So
Well, and it's
sure,
not like I'm asking, oh my
you're not
God,
asking anything. You're asking them to
pay
share
me
the
money for
struggle
this
that they're
commercial.
on.
I don't do that. There's only one group I take money from, and I will tell you, I am upfront. I'm as transparent as you are with it. And those were my friends from Froggies who sponsored my show for 4 years on Thursdays. And unfortunately, they just sold. So that sponsorship is done. And they paid for me and my time to put that show on. And here's a couple who are paying for me to promote the entire music community out of their, not just them, but out of their. I courteously gave them the first spot at the top slot in the who's playing out list.
Right.
But I mean, other than that, they get a few name mentions a week, and they were happy with that. And those are good people, I mean, I hate to lose people.
Devin's making me laugh. I like Devin.
Devin is running the Spring Fest. She's a wonderful
that's
person.
right. That's what you said. Okay, yeah.
Yes. What is she saying? I missed some of it.
But yeah, you give.
Thank you, Devin.
Give.
I love you, Devin.
You should be, eventually you notice how much you're giving and how you're not getting anything in return. And when that something in return is as simple as a kind act of saying, hey, thanks for doing that. I'm going to share what you did for me.
How and how full circle is that sometimes too? And I mean, I've told you, and I've expressed this, people tell me I'm crazy, but I know for a fact, I've been doing this now in this area for at least 4 to 5 years. And I have had to rebrand and start over about every year and a few months, because it's almost like people take it for granted, and then it's all of a sudden they just disappear and move on to something else. And that is not what I do. I mean, I don't throw them away, but boy, it gets to the point where you say, hey, you forgot to send your gigs this week. Oh yeah, I've been busy. I mean, you get that out of them. It's okay. I mean, if that's what you want to be. But before, man, when they were an aspiring artist to get gigs, it was like every minute, can I get this on? Can I do that? And that changes over time. And so do venues with you. And I find that to be true as well. Thank you, Anita.
Yeah, Anita, that's
good words. And it's a courtesy.
It is.
I mean, if I go to a venue and I sit down in that venue to watch a band, and someone comes up, and even the owner, if they come up and recognize me as saying, thanks for what you do for local music or whatever, you're damn right they're going to get a big mention on Monday. And they don't do it because of that, but I'm going to give them one because that is of the exception. It is courtesy.
Courteous, and that's what you should do.
And I dogged out a band this past weekend. I said some bad things about a band, and I don't normally do that, but I think it had to be said, and their sound was awful. And I said it, and it pissed some people off. I'm sorry. I'm not on here to make friends all the time. I'm on here to say the truth, and I had to say the truth. Something. What's that?
I missed that.
Yeah, and it wasn't anything real bad. I mean, I still enjoy that band. I thought it was an off night for them. It was.
You did who?
And it was. I don't want to get back into mentioning them, but yeah, it was. Everybody knows that watched yesterday, and the sound was poor, and I offended their poor sound man. I'm sorry. Fix it.
Dying to know.
Fix it. And we've had this issue with sound people. We don't. I love sound people that are good and listen and understand every room's different.
Scotty, it's 100% correct. Sound guy will make it or break it for you.
Yes.
And you know what? I could do without the attitude too.
Yeah, boy, there are some. And there are some really nice ones. I mean, my God, if you put Mark Bransford in front of a soundboard or Jeff Vance, I mean, those guys, they don't lose their cool over anything, But others, man, they're offended if you tell them something.
Tell me what the answer is, please, because I can't go to the show right now.
What is this?
I'm trying to find out who you're talking about.
Oh my God! Can we leave that alone? I shouldn't have brought it up. You are like a private eye that wants to.
I'm the nosiest bitch around. I need to know what's happening.
I wasn't going to call you a nosy bitch, but I will.
You can call me a nosy bitch.
All right. Thank you, Scotty Long. I'm way behind in the comments. Go ahead, Ceris. Give somebody your opinion on this too, because we're talking about back scratching, and you do a lot of promoting for people. Do you get it back in return most days?
Yes and no. Yes and no, and I'm usually bitching to you when I don't get it in return. What I've noticed a lot is more of people, yeah, I don't get it a lot, but like I get it in return, but when I don't, I definitely notice it. My issue though is, which is sort of like back scratching, and I'm going off of a video that a dear friend of mine posted, who I agree with about 98% of the time of what of the things that he's saying, and a lot of this of his video I agreed with too, to be completely honest with you. But Billy Carey made a great video about the chicken or the egg, whose job is it to promote shows, the venue or the band. And this is like this should be an automatic, like, to me, that's such a strange question. It should be an automatic, very easy answer. You scratch my back, I scratch yours, because in the end, you're a team anyways. It should be a team. It should be both people, should be the venue and the band promoting. I don't even understand how that's even like up in the air to discuss. And then I see people making comments like, oh, well, it's not I get pissed off when the venue has the audacity to ask me, will you bring a crowd? Well, of course they're going to ask you that. Any business that's any good at doing business is going to ask, are you going to add to my business? Now, if that venue isn't promoting at all, well, that venue is a piece of shit, and you don't have to like it. I wouldn't want to work for them anyways. But if you're just doing this for a paycheck, then what does it matter? But then my thought process goes, why wouldn't you still promote? You still are working for tips too. So I don't even understand this whole theory of why it has to be one or the other. If a venue owner doesn't want to do their part, why would you stop doing yours? And when an artist doesn't want to promote their show because they think they're too good to promote their own damn show, then get off my damn stage. For fuck's sakes, Lita Ford promoted her shows with when she played at my bar, starting 2-3 months in advance, every other day. And you all think, like, some of you people think you're too good to promote your own damn show at my venue, and I promote every single day.
Can I tell a funny story too about that?
Yes.
You were talking about why would a venue, and people are wondering, why would venues ask, are you going to bring a crowd? And a lot of people said, well, my answer back is, are you going to have one? And I get that for musicians saying that. It should work both ways.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you a funny story. My friend Heather, and your friend Heather, that runs Heather's up here. She had a band debut for the first time, not really realizing that this band doesn't play out very often. They play a lot of private events and so on. So many times at these private events, their friends and family don't get to come see them play. It was a rainy night, crappy night. Heather has a patio, it's covered, but she figured, well, I'll let a couple staff members off for the night. She got absolutely packed.
Nice.
Because they brought all their friends and family. So there's an example of a band bringing a crowd. Yeah. And maybe if you communicated, they might have known that, and maybe they would have said, oh, yeah, we're expecting a couple hundred people to show up because we don't play very often. It's just one of those things. The back scratching needs to happen. And I wanted to leave that comment up there. Mike Sievers, thanks for listening to us today and watching from Dublin, Ireland. Good to see you, my friend Mike. And Ceris, back to my little thing there, and somebody asked where Springfest was. That's in Miamisburg, Ohio.
Hi, Billy. I was complimenting you, Billy. I hope you heard that part. I wasn't insulting you by any means.
Is Billy on?
Yeah, he said hi.
I'm not down to that part yet in the comments, but what do you think about this whole thing? I mean, and that's what you brought up about bands saying, I shouldn't be expected to do the promoting for the bar. That's in a nutshell kind of what you were saying there about, and I've heard people make that comment. It seems the bigger they get, the more they feel that way. And as you said, here's Lita Ford coming in. She's promoting her show. And some of these bands that start playing the bigger festivals and the big thing, they think, well, I don't need to promote anymore. I have a built-in crowd. Not always.
No. And It's so crazy to me. I don't get that mindset. Thank you, Jamie. I do. I get a photographer almost every night to make sure bands get pictures. I get pictures. It's just great promotion. I mean, I don't get it. I understand if venues aren't doing their part. Well, let me tell you something. Don't worry about what the venue's not doing. They're idiots if they're not doing their part. But you still want to get tips, so promote. I don't get this. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm not going to promote because the artist isn't promoting. I'm going to promote doubly, and I'm going to call them out and say, do you mind promoting your own show? Work with me. Let's work as a team.
Bob Klein is right. Unprofessional, lazy. And I mean, there are people who are unprofessional and lazy in the business. Both sides.
Yeah.
Both sides.
Yeah.
Venue owners and musicians. And it's almost like, if your show's small, if I'm doing a solo at your place, I don't much care about promoting it or doing anything, because you're going to pay me the same amount of money whether I play to 5 people or I play to 55 people or 100 people. But yet if it's this big production I'm putting on with my full band and everything else, man, I'm promoting the living daylights out of it. I find that very interesting to see out of people.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm trying to get to all these comments. Thank you, Bob. I knew what you meant. And
I like Billy, you, like I said earlier, you and I both know. And you know what? Another thing that Billy does, which I love, and Rob did it from Bad Habit. Rob, he messaged me today to see how the night was, what my thoughts were on the night. He was telling me how his night was, and he asked what my opinion was, and I was like, man, I sure wish more people cared enough. And I know Billy does that. Like he does that when it's like a slow night. He'll go out of his way to, like, he made a point of saying, if it's, how did it go for you tonight? How was it? If not, like, he's a professional. Yeah, Rob Nadler is a professional. That is right. He is. And I said to him, I really appreciate you asking, like, actually giving his shit. He's like, of course, because that's what teamwork does. That's what teamwork is. This whole, I can't stand when venue owners ask if I'm bringing people to help with their business. Ooh, how dare they want more business for their bar? And then I saw this. Somebody said it's the venue's job to bring the people in, and it's our job to keep them there. No, it's both your jobs to bring them in, and it's both your jobs to keep them there. I can lose people easily if my bartender's an asshole, if it's shitty and smelly in there, whatever it is, people, if they don't feel safe. And maybe, if the music is maybe dull, boring, putting people to sleep, same old songs, too loud. If it's too loud, like, it goes both ways there. It's not one or the other. It's a fucking team effort. So worked up over this.
That's 4 F-bombs today.
Oh, Ken. I didn't even notice one.
Gonna get me kicked off the internet.
I'm so sorry. I need to be better. I apologize.
You do.
It's me.
You do. All right.
Sorry.
And yeah, Mark's talking about spending hours inviting people. Thank you, Mark. And that's what a true professional does. And they work every day to promote their business. And that is whether it's Mary promoting her buntinis or it is you promoting your bar and what you got going for the week. I dearly love, Ceris, what you put up every week. And you started a trend with that. You were one of the first ones to do it. Here is this list of the whole week, and then you go through each day and X out the one that's happened, and here's the rest of the week, and you repost it. That is genius, because that gives me a one-stop shop. If I'm in a hurry and I'm scrolling through socials, I can see that and say, oh, that's who she's got tonight. Perfect. I mean, that really does work. I don't have to go back 20 posts and 4 dildos or whatever you've posted for the week. I don't have to look at that stuff. I get to look at something else, your posts crack me up. They do. What's Devin? Devin, thanks for calling out the band I didn't want to call out again. Thanks so much.
Oh, she did? Who was it?
Oh, here you go.
Where was it?
Oh, she made a comment about it, but
I didn't even see
it. So she says she knows she has a festival. It's not the same thing, 15K people. So it's nice. You make them want to watch you. And that's why we said this year every band needed to be a banger in that, because you don't want any times for people that are there if there's 15,000 people there to give them a slow show.
Right.
You don't want to do that.
No.
Yes. I'm trying to get to everything. Jamie Minnick's got a comment here. Making sure you have a photographer to shoot. Yeah, I mean, that's another innovative thing that you do, Ceris, is the photography thing. And it gives people a chance, if they're not there, to live vicariously through Ed's pictures or Carrie's or whoever's taking them that night.
You know, I do that for myself. I do that for the band. That's what this is. I want to help promote the band. That helps me. I want to help promote me. That helps the bands. If my venue is busy and open, I get to still book live. I still get to book bands. We should all work together. That's it.
Yeah. I agree. What's Billy got to say? And Dave Wade, thank you for that comment. I agree with you 100%.
What did Dave, this is one of the smartest men on the planet, say? One of my best bubbies. What did he say? I missed it.
He said that basically there are some internet illiterate people who don't realize they have a free tool basically out there at their fingertips. And that's true. And if you can't do it as a band, find someone to help you who can. There's plenty of people who will. And I think Fred Flintstone earlier in the comments there said that it's fans make the best promoters. They do.
They do.
I mean, look at Jamie Minnick, who's on here. My God, I know what bands she promotes. I can tell you that today. I mean, she promotes everybody she sees, but she's got certain ones that she's one of their best promoters. I mean, truly.
I mean, I am more than for Jamie, Kevin, God, there's Jim, all of them. They go like, I'm beyond thankful. It's just in general, you scratch mine, I scratch yours. This is such a broad, this goes for everything, you know?
And if somebody compliments you on the internet, you should at least have the courtesy to say thanks.
Yes.
Now, I know things slip through the cracks. I understand we don't always see everything that pops up in our feed and all that. I get some of that, but take every opportunity to try to thank those. And you recently, you're one of the ones who won a ton of accolades, and people were reposting that. And I saw you going on thanking them and doing all that stuff. That's important to those who are promoting you to keep them doing that. I can't emphasize that enough. It's back scratching, people.
Yeah.
What's Toy saying here? Yeah.
Yeah.
And like Toy said, you got to keep it fresh too. If it's the same exact post, and I see so many musicians, they make a template and then change the name of the venue they're on in the day. It's the same picture. It's the same, this person music. And tonight I'm at this place at this time. And that's their posts. Put up a different picture once in a while. Do something that catches people's eye, because I'm scrolling right by that thinking I've already seen it.
Yeah, actually, that's true. I didn't think about that. That's true, because if it looks like something if it's the same thing every time, I often will be like, oh, this, because you know how Facebook goes, we'll show you things from 5 days prior sometimes.
Right.
I'm like, oh, this must have been from last week. I don't even look.
Chris Lee's got a volume here. And again, we go back to Taylor Swift. There's a master marketer. Beyonce, all those people. I think Billy Carey said Kiss earlier. I mean, Kiss is still promoting their shows to this day and haven't stopped.
So when a local Cincinnati band says to me, or doesn't promote because they think that their band doesn't have to, because they have a built-in crowd, because they're so good, because of whatever bull poo-poo is coming out of their mouth, I think to myself, you got people that are famous that promote the bars that they play. Get over yourself.
Thank you, Devin.
You better make sure your ego is as big as your talent. Otherwise, you're useless to me.
Well, that's usually the problem. Their ego is bigger than their talent.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, get over yourselves. Gosh.
Isn't it amazing, though, how people get a little fame And all of a sudden they forget where they came from.
Not only do they, I think a lot of them just don't care anymore, and it's just a paycheck. And that's fine. But if you're going to treat it like just a paycheck, then I'm going to treat you like just a paycheck. That's it. And there's a lot of musicians that are in multiple different bands that give all of their effort to the one that pays the most and then treats everything else like a side gig. And when you treat something like a side gig, people notice. I do not take on a new business or a new event or a new whatever it may be and treat it like a side gig. I treat every single new business I have like it's my one and only business, and I give it 110%. And that is why, and I hope every time I'd be successful. But there's that problem. There's the people that's be like, well, this makes me the most money, so this is where I'm going to put 100% effort. And all these other little projects, they'll get the worst of me. No, I don't want that. That doesn't work for me.
Thank you, Kara. Back to dildos.
Dildos are awesome.
Yes, and Devin wants to know, how's that okay to say? Because that one will get by the computers, I guarantee it. It's the F-bombs that don't.
I'm sorry. I'm trying. I am sorry, Scott. I will do better.
Don't act sincere about being sorry.
I am being sincere because I don't want your show to get in trouble.
Well, what's Natalie? I've never seen Natalie on here. Hello, Natalie. And she says the band and the venue both have something to gain by promoting and something else to lose by not promoting. Everyone needs to do their part.
Oh, Billy, that's not directed at you. I know you do. I love you, Billy. Like I said, I'm a huge fan of you.
I need a swear jar for Karis, according to Tim Anderson.
Did I just do it again? Oh,
no. No, you're up to 4 today.
Okay.
You're all right. And I'm trying to get through the comments here as we wind this thing up a little bit, but we are talking about back scratching and cross promotion and helping each other out. And if someone does something nice for you, even one of your fans, I think people lose track of the fact that you've got followers as a band or a musician. Use them to your advantage. And I don't mean use them in a bad way, but when they post something nice about you, all it takes is one little comment from you on their page to make their day and make them realize they're a part of what you do. And then they'll continue to promote you. If it falls on deaf ears, they're probably going to move on to somebody else.
There's a lot of times
that's how it works.
There's a lot of times that I miss the comments, and then like a week or 2 weeks later, I'm like notified with them. And I don't know if it's because of where I live or in like my internet access back here. I don't know, but I know I miss some, so I'm guilty of that. But I try my hardest.
I'm trying to get through these comments here and see if there's anything I want to pop up. Even if a band has a built-in crowd, people need to know when and where they are playing out. Yes,
that's
Ed.
What that's about.
And telling people thank you is the best way to keep your promotions. And I know I say the word appreciate a lot on this show, but I appreciate each and every one of you for your comments and coming on and being a part of what we do, especially on Tuesdays, because it is your it's your show too. I mean, that's why we do this.
Mike, that's fair. I get that. That's why I don't promote my friends' bands when they play also, because I have to promote my, you know what I mean? Like, I get that. I don't know. I think
that's a fine line, Dave Wade.
There is, but I think like a week out is when you should start your promotion, and you should do it about 2-3 times that week. I don't,
I follow a bunch of people that I've gone to seminars with and things I've met over the years, and they're social media influencers, and opinions are a dime a dozen in that aspect. You hear them say 3 posts a day is the maximum. And then other people say post every damn hour. It doesn't matter. If somebody wants to look at it, they're going to look at it, and you're not oversaturating. And if they remove your feed for doing too many posts from what they see, then they weren't a fan of yours anyway.
Yeah, so I don't care. I'm doing multiple posts a day, and I feel like it helps. It's good for me. And if people don't want to see it, they can unfollow me. I don't know.
And Billy, I agree with that 100% because there is something in an artist, and whether you're doing what I do, and I don't want to MC an event, or I don't want to do one of my game nights or anything out there to a dead room.
No,
and that was, nobody else wants that.
And that was another comment. That was like another thing that I was saying. I was like, you don't want to play to an empty room either. Like, I don't understand how this is even a conversation, how this is even a question. And so the only thought that I could come up with was the people that are complaining that venues are asking this, or that this is, that actually their answer is, oh, it's definitely not me as an artist, are the ones that aren't doing it because they're lazy and unprofessional. That goes with venues and artists. If you're not willing to put in the work, I don't want to work with you. And of course it's a paycheck. Of course it is. I get that. But you can still give it beep. I didn't do it though. I didn't say it.
I did have I'm gonna tell a story too. I had a very prominent area musician, tri-state musician, who's very big in the music scene, tell me literally to my face as we were having this discussion, not my job to promote it. That's why they pay me to be there and the crowd and to entertain their crowd. It's the bar's job to promote it. And I thought, just 10 years ago, you were an aspiring musical artist begging people on social media to come to your show.
Flyers on cars, doing all of this.
Standing on the corner handing out CDs and all that crap.
Who was that?
I'm not saying names. We don't do names, remember?
Then text it to me.
You funny girl. You are. You're funny. What else you got for this topic? Anything else? Have we beat this horse to death?
No, I could go on for hours about that, but I don't know if I can do it without swearing.
I don't know. And for some reason, my comments just quit. So I'm
not seeing any comments, any new ones, and I'm sure there has been a few.
Yeah, I'm seeing them on the iPad here a bunch, and it's like they all quit in the feed for some reason. That usually means we've been kicked off, but we haven't because the numbers are still there. So I don't know, and it's still going. It looks to me like. So we'll just we'll see what happens. The comments quit here on the StreamYard for some reason, but I can read some. Who remembers handing out cassette tapes? Scotty Long said.
Oh, are there? Okay, because I can't see any either.
Yeah, I'm looking on the iPad here. Ed Sawicki is awesome, they said. Mary said that. Dave Wade said, oh, don't worry. We have an 11-man organization. The word's getting out. Yes, it is.
Oh, I'm not. I'm not worried, Dave Wade. I'm not. Just giving my opinion on, like, you know.
Shane DeMoss says the Book of Face only lets you see so much. I try to like or love every comment or share. Shane, you're one of those people, though, that knows, again, about how to scratch somebody's back. You like and promote other people, and that's all anybody's asking for. I mean, nobody's asking for anybody to jump out of their skin for people and all that. I'm going to get out of the comments section here for a second and come back into it.
Yeah, maybe I need to do that, too.
Nope. It's still doing the same thing. Hi, Nicole Forte has joined us. Kenny said those offended by swearing have not been around people in the trades. Yes. Hi, Carrie. Thank you for being here. Good to see you. Yeah, I don't know why our comments quit to put them up on the screen, but they did. But we'll see how that works here in a little bit. We've got to get out of here anyway. I have a gig tonight. You have a big gig coming up tonight. At your doors open at 6. Music starts about
now, but yeah,
7:30, right?
The show starts at 7:30 with Scotty Bratcher. Yeah,
and then Casey James and his band of great people, including our local friend David Parks.
Yeah, and Angela Holmes is going to be there. Sean, a whole bunch of people are going to be there. Be here, because I'm here. Let's play that game you did.
You ought to?
Yeah, you ought to.
All right, let's do it. Here it comes. Are you ready? I'm going to have you finish the sentence here as we close the show today. You ready?
Ooh, okay.
Usually, I'm the kind of person who... Finish the sentence.
Like anything?
It's your call, dear.
No, usually I'm the kind of person
who
cusses
a lot.
That cusses a lot.
There we go. See, it's that easy. All right.
Okay. Yeah, but I overthink it.
Yes. If you were to describe yourself as a flavor, what would it be?
Mango.
Your favorite city is?
That's a tough one. I don't know. I got a lot of favorite cities.
You want to be the kind of person who blank. Blank, 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 blank.
I want to be the kind of person that people can come to. That helps anybody or anything without a voice for the rest of my life and save them all.
Okay. The most useless thing in your home is? Don't you do it. Don't you do it.
My
Your what? 5 seconds.
The sponge on my sink because I use the dishwasher. I don't know.
Oh, we're all frozen up here. Everything's frozen up.
Oh, okay.
No, we're not frozen, but all my little gizmos are. Scotty Long. Well, there's now the YouTube comments are coming in. It's the Facebook comments that aren't.
Yeah.
It's interesting why the book of maybe we've been nailed again for something.
Oh, really?
I don't know. We'll see. Let's finish this up. Last year at this time, you would have never thought you would be what?
I don't like this. I don't know.
What do you mean you don't like this? This puts you on the spot, and it's about damn time.
I know, but I don't like that.
Because you always throw these weird questions at me.
I've never thought I would. I don't know. I don't know how to answer these things.
When you need to relax and unwind, you usually
do some work.
Your ideal vacation would be?
Oh, mountains and water combined.
Your biggest snack craving is?
Oh, so I got a lot, like sugar, sushi, I want it all.
And let's wind it up with this one. The stupidest thing I ever did was?
I don't think I've plateaued yet. I don't know. I think I got some more stupid things coming, so.
Really?
Yeah. Why not?
Think so?
Sure.
Okay. I guess that's your answer. I was hoping it'd be something really juicy.
Shit, I can't think of like that quick. My memory's gone. I've done a lot of drugs in my days. It's a pass. We all have them.
Yeah, I do too. You see that ring camera I have that halo above me. I was so good.
I have a halo.
You do not. Hey, thanks for watching, everybody. What do you think? You have anything else to share?
No, I think I'm tapped out. Those questions, confused me.
I think so too. Let's say goodbye to everybody. Hold on. Right here.
This is Dave Wade from Cincinnati's own Deviate, and you're listening to Haul Around Town Radio.
Dave Wade. I like Dave Wade. I do. We got to get out of here, though. I got to say bye to everybody.
Let's see if we got kicked off. I don't see any comments from the Facebook.
Usually when they go away, that means Facebook killed us, but we cannot have 57 people watching. And I'm still seeing it live on Facebook. So there's 37 watching on Facebook right now. So even as we go goodbye. And yes.
Oh, look, we are still live because I'm seeing it on my phone.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's making comments on Facebook. I'm just not getting them to the board here. So just a little glitch, something going on. So there we are. And Marianne Lucan said, say it. And you wouldn't say it. You wouldn't say it. You wouldn't say it about the most useless thing in your home. Thanks for watching, everybody. You've been watching Hot Topic Tuesday. Why does this sound so crappy? There we go. Hot Topic Tuesday with Ceris and Scott right here at the Haul Around Town Radio Studios.
Where can start the weekend?
Oh, shit. We forgot something.
What?
You know what? Well, I guess I don't have sponsors anymore. There we go. Go
Well,
ahead.
I can be your sponsor.
Go ahead.
Disclaimer: the views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of our sponsors or any entities they represent.
Sorry for the F-bombs, people. Yeah.
Sorry for the F-bomb.
Follow us on YouTube if we get kicked off the Book of Face, please.
It'll be my fault. I'm sorry.
It will. And then I'm coming over to your platform and we're doing this
That's fine.
on the Bell and the Bear page. We are. That's all we got. Hey, have a great show with Casey James tonight. I hope it's good
Thank
for you.
you.
I'm stepping out of here, heading to Mr. Burroughs Tavern.
Have a good show. To have a good game tonight.
I will. We're going to have a great game this evening. We out of here, everybody. Good night, everybody.
Bye.